Do you have a famous ancestor? If so, what were they known for? He's not extremely famous now, but my great-great-grandfather was Joe Fox. Joe Fox was a famous English boxer in the 1920s. He won a Lonsdale belt by the time he was 23, when that achievement was very competitive, and, I think, he ended up winning 3 total. I remember my grandma showing it to me in a glass display box before we sent it to a museum. That's really cool. My uncle is a Power Ranger. You may know him as the Green Ranger or Jason David Frank. He's known as a Power Ranger and is working on another Kickstarter movie and even has his own karate class. He was my first tween crush. I had the poster of him in the Green Ranger costume, helmet off, on my bedroom door till I moved out at 19. It got fucked in the move to my new place. That was almost 20 years ago and I'm still annoyed. Loved him. That's really awesome. Huge fan. William Randolph Hearst. Famous for being Citizen Kane. I've been to his house. Nice place. Legend has it he was instrumental in getting pot demonized and illegalized because hemp was a major competitor to his business interests, paper or petroleum or something. She wasn't famous, but my great-grandmother was on the ship that rescued the Titanic survivors. Carpe diem? James Naismith, creator of basketball, was my great-great-uncle, or half. I did a project about him in 3rd grade. Peach baskets. Dude, how many kids did this dude have? I have met 2 people that have said they're related to him. Grandfather was the first person to be sentenced to death after Texas reinstated the death penalty in the 70s. Not really famous, but my granddad on my mom's side was a very big drug lord. He was kicked out of the country, so I never got to meet him. What did he do? My grandfather was Alfred Einstein. He was Albert's cousin. The cousin? Albert Einstein. Doesn't that make Albert Einstein your distant cousin? Houdini, the magician, was my great-grandmother's cousin. Not sure that is considered an ancestor. I consider that super cool. One of my ancestors on a branch of a branch, still an ancestor rather than a cousin, married a woman with a child. That child? Henry David Thoreau. I have an uncle who is the reason DUI breathalyzer ignitions have a timer, because he would drive to the bar and let it idle while he drank lol. That is actually pretty extraordinary. He's the problem and the problem solver. Excellent. My great-great, not sure how many greats, grandfather was the checkers champion of England. Now this one is the best one on here. Ahem. Surely you mean the drafts champion of England? Great-grandfather on my mom's side was a samurai. He emigrated to America because that was the point. Japan didn't need samurai anymore. I still have the family mon crest, but the sword was lost during World War II. The family that offered to look over the farm while they were gone stole it. Edit, here's the mon, sorry about the light. It's purple on a gold background. I've heard the families that often looked after Japanese American land during World War II ended up stealing the farms often as well. You could probably pay a katana maker to recreate it. Neat family heirloom. My uncle is a famous singer from Ireland. He's not big in the US but massive everywhere else. He's part of a band called Westlife. His name is Shane Fillon. He's still alive, but yeah, there you go. I am Irish. Can confirm that Shane Fillon is very famous. Loved Westlife as a teen. And I'm in the US. Smile. My great-great-grandfather, not sure about how many greats, was one of the 112 men to write and sign my country's constitution some 200 years ago. Norse. Constitution 200 years ago. You must be Norwegian. Before the treaty that led to that happening, my ancestors and your ancestors were subjects of the same crown, or at least the Norwegian half of it. I have 2. John Adams, and John Quincy Adams. Edit, my lineage apparently got around. What's up, relative? I too am a descendant. Is your name Adam? Johann Sebastian Bach. One of his daughters married into my family, which makes him my great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather. My piano teacher's teacher? How many teachers, was Frank's list. I'm not related to him or anything, but I think it's pretty cool. My piano teacher's teacher also has his own Wikipedia page and plays piano professionally. Related to Bridget Bishop, first woman hung in the Salem witch trials. My great-great etc. grandmother moved from Salem to Lewis, Delaware right before the witch trials started, and my family has been in Delaware ever since. We joke that she rode down here on a broomstick. Smile. I just posted that I am related to Goody Bishop as well. I didn't know her first name. Thanks. Lol. One of great-great-grandfathers invented the Gatling gun. His last name was literally Gatling. I wish I had the last name Gatling. Jim Bowie died at the Alamo. Alamo St famous. Please tell me you own a Bowie knife. Johann Jacob Astor. John Jacob Astor was a German-American businessman, merchant, real estate mogul and investor who mainly made his fortune in a fur trade monopoly and by investing in real estate in or around New York City. Known for, first multi-millionaire businessman in the United States, still living in his hometown, and he is still sort of getting glorified here. I'm poor though. Wasn't he on the Titanic when it sank? Eyes, John Brain, Eyes, Jacob Brain, Jingleheimer Schmidt. I hope this post annoys you as much as my brain is now annoying me. My great whatever grandmother was Davy Crockett's sister. I'm not sure by how, but my family had DNA worked on and were also related to Davy Crockett. Hello very distant cousin smile. One of my great-great-great-grandfathers was Chang Bunker, who was conjoined at the stomach to his brother, Eng. They were born in Siam, now known as Thailand, became famous for being in the P.T. Barnum's circus. The term Siamese twins comes from them. Wow. They married sisters and had tons of kids. Busy guys. Martin Luther, the leader of the Protestant Reformation. One of you guys, huh? I worked with one of ML's descendants a while back and there was no using sticky notes with that bastard. Workspace complained? Nail it to the door. Time off request? Nail it to the door. Christmas party flyer? Nail it to the door. You don't even want to know about the time he tried pulling a kick me sign prank. Hey. I'm related to Johann Tetzel, the Catholic tax collector that pissed off your ancestor. King Christian IX of Denmark. To flex or not to flex, I guess, with all the incest going on in that family tree. Generally if you are in any European royal bloodline, chances are, you share blood with all the royal houses. I tried claiming I'm lost Princess Anastasia, but I think that joke's a bit old now. Yes. My mom's side goes way back, to all sorts of nobles and royalty in like the 1100s and everyone was banging everyone. Ulysses S. Grant, Civil War general and 18th President of the US. 2, actually. Daniel Boone, pioneer and explorer of the 1700s, and Rebecca Nurse, one of the women hung as a witch in Salem. Also, he's not especially famous, but my grandfather is a World War II vet who served both at Normandy and Midway. Jesse James, known for being an outlaw edit. Hello to all of you fellow Jesse James relations. Who knew Reddit could serve as a distant potential relative family reunion? Aren't they the bad guys in Pokemon? Hey, same ancestor. My grandma would say this at least, but I'm not sure how true it actually is. But hey, same ancestor. Subscribe for more hot Reddit takes in your inbox, guaranteed.